Welcome to yoga.
Yeah.
We're gonna get started. Put your name in the chat if you haven't already done that. And we're gonna start seated. So I was thinking for today's kind of drop-in meditation, we could return to our mantra that I introduced, I don't know, a few weeks ago. It begins with body, mountain, heart, ocean, and breath, anchor. So why don't we just go ahead and close our eyes, easy cross-legged position, hands however you feel comfortable on your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes. And we're just going to start with an easy 4-count inhale and a 4-count exhale. So just on your own time, easy 4-count inhale and exhale. Notice how your belly fills with air and how it moves up into your chest on the inhale. Notice how your belly flattens as you exhale. Just focus on the breath. Sipping in the universe on that inhale. And letting go of anything you don't need to carry on the exhale. And as you begin to extend the breath, maybe to a 5-count inhale if you can. On the inhale, you can say to yourself, body. And on the exhale, you can say to yourself, mountain. And we're just going to do that 3 or 4 times. Inhale with the mantra, body. Exhale with the mantra, mountain. And on the next set of breaths, on the inhale, you can say to yourself, heart, ocean, on the exhale. So inhale, heart. Exhale, ocean. On the next set of inhale and exhale, you can visualize or say to yourself on the inhale, breath. And on the exhale, anchor. The breath is your anchor. You always have it to rely on. We're going to inhale, keeping our eyes closed. Let's reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale. I want you to bring your hands to the top of your head on the exhale. And I just want you to repeat that first mantra, body, mountain. And I want you to feel and visualize your body as a mountain, sturdy, strong, ancient. And now bring the hands slowly down the sides of your face. Go ahead and give yourself a little massage on your face. Maybe a couple of taps with your fingertips along your cheekbones and along your sinus, top of your sinuses and down to your chin and front of your jaw. Make your fingers all the way down to your heart. Hold them on your heart for a minute. And we're just going to take a deep breath here. Returning to the mantra heart, ocean. The beat of the heart is rhythmic like the tides of the ocean. We are affected by the moon, by the sun. We are connected with that whole earth rhythm, that whole earth tide, that ocean. And then go ahead and make your way down, all the way down. Your hands can touch your knees. Maybe give yourself a little hip massage. And then bring them to prayer. And we'll return to the last mantra, breath, anchor. One last deep inhale. And one last slow exhale. Beautiful. Take the hands to the knees. We're going to inhale and arch, look up, pulling the knees into the hands, looking up. Exhale, scoop the belly button back and contract. We're going to get the spine warmed up here. Deep, luscious inhale through the nose. Deep, slow, controlled exhale through the nose. Two more. And then we're going to stir it up. Inhale, scraping the right side of the wall. Arch forward, looking up. Exhale, scrape the side wall with the rib cage through the contraction. Nice and slow, feeling that great circumference that you can make, tracing a circle with your rib cage and your breath. Reverse the circle when you're ready. Good. We're just going to take the thumb of the right hand and kind of stick it right in the hip so it kind of anchors the hip. We're going to move away from that hip. So we're just kind of, we're anchoring the hip, but we're stretching the rib cage to the left. Also, see if you can kind of drop that shoulder and maybe pin your elbow to your rib cage. Take a deep breath here. Let that neck open up. Maybe take the head, the chin down to the mat and roll it up and down a few times, just gently looking up and then looking down, rooting that hip to the floor. And let's try the other side. Left thumb goes into that left hip, roots the hip down, and we move the rib cage away, 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 pulling that hip down and then pinning the elbow back, opening up the side of the neck, and you should feel a nice stretch all the way down. And then when you're ready, just a little drop of the chin a few times. And then walking up, let's take the left arm. Oh, no, sorry. Let's take the right arm up and walk the left hand along the mat. And let's just get that stretch with the arm up this time. Rooting the right hip, dropping the right scapula, twisting the rib cage up towards the ceiling. And let's pull that right hand away from the body, but keep the right scapula kind of tucked down. Wow, what a nice, big, deep stretch that is. And let's just let it roll forward. Nice and heavy, all the way forward. Both hands to the center. Big breath here, and just release. Couple deep breaths here. Let gravity do the work. And walking the hands up, take the left arm up, big breath, and walk the right arm out on the mat. Elbow kind of reaches towards the mat. If you can get it down, great. If you're reaching for it, even better. Still kind of pinning that left hip to the mat, dropping the left scapula, and then reaching the right hand away. See how when you do that reach, you just automatically get the stretch along the back of the ribs and all the way down. Twist the rib cage up towards the ceiling. And then when you're ready, slowly let the gravity just kind of pull you forward. Big breath. And walk the hands up. Go ahead and uncross the legs and let's bring them feet flat on the floor in front of us, fingertips facing the same direction as the toes. We're going to inhale here, chin to chest. And on the exhale, we're going to press into table. Always forget about table, and it's such a good one. Let's just hang out here for a minute. Don't let the head drop. You can look at the ceiling or you can tuck the chin. This is one where you're not going to want to lift the head, let the head drop between the shoulders backwards. Tight glutes, press the whole foot of each foot into the floor. Breathe. And on the exhale, lower the hips down. Let's straighten those legs out in front of us. Take a nice big breath. And we're going to pour our body over our legs, slowly articulating through the spine, down through the curve, and then up through the flat back. Let's just do 3 of these. I'm visualizing that heart ocean right now. Heart ocean, pouring my heart over my legs. Not quite ready for a forward fold, but this feels really good. Let's reverse it. Flat back, and then belly button pulls us vertical. 3 of those. Good. And let's come to The same position as before, fingertips forward. This time the legs are straight. We're gonna come into reverse plank. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, press the pelvis up. You can do table again if you want. This is just another option. Breathe. Again, either tuck the chin or look up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, release. Good. Ooh, let's just do a little spinal twist. It feels good just to come to mermaid and just gentle, gentle twist. I've got my legs to the right of my body and I'm twisting to my left. And then switch sides. Wow, interesting. This one feels a lot tighter. Legs to the left, lengthen the spine, gentle twist to the right. My left hand is pushing against my right knee to give it a little traction there. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I just was worried about, I've got fans going in here and I noticed the last recording, the sound was a little weird. All right, let's come on up to all fours and do a little cat-cow. Our bread and butter right here. Inhale, arch, look up. Round, look down. We already did a nice little rib cage stretch earlier, but this is always good to do. And then when you're ready, you can add in your side C's, right ear to right booty, left ear to left booty. And then let's just, for good time's sake, let's flip the hands over and just do a gentle, gentle wrist stretch. So the palms are up and the fingertips are pointing towards my knees. And I just send the weight back slightly, slightly, slightly. Good. Come on down to the left side of your body. We do a couple of inhale, just pressing up onto that knee, lifting that right leg off the floor. Just a little dynamic breath here. Stretching. You can leave the top foot on the floor if you want, or you can lift it, create a nice long line. I'm just trying to match my inhale and my exhale, whatever that is for you. And then the next time we're up in the air, let's hang out there for a second. And let's do like 5 little crunches, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale in. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Got to generate a little heat here, warming up the body. And recover. Ooh, stretch out those wrists a little there. I'm so used to having my 2 mats on the floor and I only have one, and my delicateness is showing. I need my double softness. All right. Other side, nice and easy, just big sweeping stretches. On the inhale and then coming on down. Big. Press the hips forward as you come up slightly. So you can really get that tight glute there. Going for about 5. And when you do your 5, hang out at the top, and then 5 crunches, elbow to knee. And rest when you're ready. Ooh. Sure, I think you need to turn your, you need to mute yourself. I noticed sometimes in the recordings, if not everybody's muted, it goes to your screen. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's just take the right leg and place the foot on the inside of the left thigh. Let's just do a little stretch. Inhale, nice and long. The left foot is flexed. We're gonna come forward about 5 inches and we're gonna pause here just to lengthen a little bit further and root those hips. Lift in the belly and then release. Woo! If you want to join me in a nice sigh here. This feels good. Release into it. I want you to pay attention to the right side of the rib cage in the back. See if you can wrap it down. And when you do that, see what happens back in your hips. You might get a little adjustment back there. And when you're ready, slowly on the exhale, come up to sitting and switch sides. Sometimes I have to kind of do a little lift to get right on top of my sits bones. Inhale, looking up. Exhale about 5 inches forward. Inhale, lengthen, 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 and root, root, root. And release on the exhale. Now pay attention to the left side of your body. See if you can wrap it down and around. See what happens in your hips. Maybe you drop a little lower. Maybe you come up a little higher. Whatever it is where you're supposed to be. And on the exhale, recover. Excellent. We're going to come into a half plank on our forearms. And we're going to hold a plank for about 30 seconds, half plank for about 30 seconds, just letting that heat generate. I want you to line up those elbows right underneath your shoulders. I like to put my hands flat on the mat. Some people like to actually hold the edge of their mat, whatever is good for you. Set yourself up and here we go, 30 seconds. Breathe. Try to get the body flat, yeah? You don't want to drop the hips too low and you don't want them up in the air like the down dog. If you need to use your ujjayi breathing here, that would be this would be a good place to do it. It's that hissing sound on the exhale. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Controlling the exhale with that hissing sound. And drop those knees. Let's push the hips back into child prayer pose. Just relax and give in, surrender to this pose. And come on up, let's take a step forward with the right foot all the way up. Go ahead and tuck the back toes and lift that knee off the floor. Rock and roll here in runner's lunge. And we're actually going to come up to crescent. So use the core, push into the floor, come right up to crescent. Keep that right knee over the right ankle. Come into prayer right here. Hands in prayer. Energy behind that back knee. Twist to the right, place the elbow on the right knee and press into that prayer to get a nice twist. Breathe here, 3 breaths. Drop the scapulas, shoulders away from the ears. Energy behind that back knee, don't lock it. Good. Take the hands down to the mat, bring it back to regular plank. And now we're gonna hold regular plank right here. Full plank, 30 seconds, breathe. Drop the knees, push back into prayer pose, release, surrender, maybe laugh. Come on up, step the left foot forward and tuck the back foot, come into runner's lunge, left side. And we're going to come from here right into crescent. Sweep those arms up. Look up where the ceiling meets the wall. Hands to prayer. Twist. Look over to your left. Right elbow goes to the knee. Press into the knee. 3 deep, luscious breaths here. Drop the scapula down the back. Looking down, hands to the mat. We're going to come into plank and then we're going to drop the knees, the chest, and the chin to the mat. Worm pose. Pull the shoulders down, elbows to your rib cage. Now drop to your belly and pull the mat towards you as you lift the upper body into cobra. Breathe here. Drop the shoulders. Elbows tight, tucked against your rib cage. And release on the exhale. Now see if we can come straight up. Straight up. Good. And booties to the air. Down dog. Hello, down dog. How are you? Walk the dog, tread the feet a little bit. Lift the heels high, press the heels low, wrap the arms away from each other and down. Let's just slowly walk the hands and the feet towards each other. If you need to come up for a minute and put your elbows on your knees, that's cool. Maybe just get your equilibrium and your focus kind of gathered. We're gonna come into a forward fold. Release forward. We're gonna hang out here for a bit. Start out with just a regular old forward fold. Maybe you want to shake the knees a little bit and wag the tail. And then when you get settled, you can take the hands, the elbows in the hands, and then eventually make your way into a forward fold where your hands are tucked under your feet if you want to try that. So I just lift my feet off the mat, the toes off the mat, and then I place my palms underneath, palms facing up. And so now my palms are holding my feet. Some deep breaths here. And when you're ready, unhook your hands. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. And we're gonna roll up slowly, slowly to standing. Last thing to come up is the head. Because we wanna go slow, not get any disease going. Good. All right, let's center ourselves and do our pranayama, and then we'll get into the rest of it. 20 breaths. Inhaling, swooping the arms up. Exhaling through prayer. Whenever you're ready, you can begin. Three more. On that last one, exhale into the palms towards the ceiling. Let's walk the ladder. Right shoulder, right, left, right, left. And leave that space as you reach away and down. Beautiful. Let's go into, is it eagle? Where we cross the right over the left and tuck the toes behind the calf. And then the right arm goes up and over the left, and we bring our hands in front of our face. So beautiful, yes. And you can do just the arms or just the legs, or you can do both. Lift the elbows a little bit. Beautiful. Breathe. And uncross. Shake it out. And then the other side. Right leg goes over and around. Right arm, no, left. I'm doing left, I'm saying right. Left leg and left arms go up and around. If you're in the one-legged pose, go ahead and see if you can sit into it a little deeper. Lift the elbows a little higher. And release. All right. I'm gonna try, let's do a standing spinal twist. We're gonna hold the right knee to our chest, just kind of roll the ankle out, kind of step by step here. Now, if you want to do this with a chair, you can do it with a chair in front of you. I've got a little stool here, or you can do it just without it. I'm just gonna give you a couple options. If you have the chair, go ahead and extend it onto, couch, whatever. And then let's just inhale, opening up the arms and twisting towards that leg and looking back over our right shoulder. Beautiful. Wow. Sometimes we don't need to show off to get what we need. This feels so good. So yeah, my right leg is on the chair, and then I twist towards it, looking over my right arm behind me. Yeah, that's it, Shore. Beautiful. I'm just gonna try the one without. So if you don't have a chair, you're gonna grab hold of the toe of, I took my eyes off myself and looked at you. All right, I'm gonna focus on myself. And you just straighten the leg. Straighten the leg. I'm tilting to the left. And you twist to the right. Wow. That is really challenging today. Ooh. All right, let's try the left side. Let's do one first with help of a chair or a piece of furniture. Left leg straight forward. Arms just come out first. Big inhale. On the exhale, we twist towards the front leg and we look over the left shoulder towards the back wall behind us. I don't know about you, but I'm getting all sorts of pops up and down my spine. It's feeling good. And then recover. Now you can do that again, or you can take the foot in the hand, straighten the leg and in front of you, and then see if you can twist towards the left. You can also do this with a strap or a TheraBand. Beautiful. Look, nice. All right. That was good. Get some water. Where are we here? All right. So let's do a few standing poses. You know what? Let's do 2 sets of sun salutations. I think that'll do it. Nice and slow though, yeah? Nice and slow. It's hot. We don't need to do a lot of up and down. Modify as you need. Take a deep breath in, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, dive through. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands out to down dog. Exhale and down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Let's just hold it here for a minute. See how high you can get that heel, flex the foot. Breathe here. Keep that knee pointing down towards the mat. And go ahead and swing that leg through, drop the back heel, and let's come into warrior one. 3 breaths here. I'm going to lean forward on the angle right here. And then I'm going to twist my rib cage to the left. Hold and breathe. Come back to the diagonal line. And bring the hands to the mat. Lift the back heel off the mat. Come into down dog. Big breath. Lift the left leg. Let's breathe here. Keep that foot flexed. Get the heel to the ceiling, but the top of the knee is pointing down towards the mat. When you're ready, swing that leg through. Sometimes I have to pick that foot up and bring it through. Certain days, more flexibility than others. Come into warrior one. Sorry, this is dinging. Hold, breathe here, 3 breaths. Now I'm going to tilt my my torso forward diagonally. So I'm making a straight line from my tips of my fingers to my heel. I'm going to turn my torso to the side and hold and breathe. And back to the straight line and hands to the mat. And take yourself back to down dog. Now you can stay in down dog or you can do your flow through, which is through plank or half plank, chaturanga or half chaturanga, cobra, and then down dog again. Step or jump the feet to the hands, come through forward fold, and roll to standing. Big breath in, dive through, lengthen halfway, exhale, release, step back, down dog, inhale, right leg comes up, step it through, and we're gonna just go right into head to knee. So straighten those legs, take your back foot to the edge of your mat, lengthen and drape the torso over the front leg and take the hands off the mat to the back of your head if you want to. Otherwise, just leave them on the mat. I want you to take your hands to the mat and we're gonna do an inverted, whatever, not inverted, twisted triangle. So left hand stays on the mat, right arm swings open and we're looking up towards the ceiling. And release, hands back to the mat, step on back to down dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg, swing it through, and then we're gonna pop right up into head to knee. So bring that back leg to the edge of your mat a little bit further forward, lengthen the torso over the front leg, pull the hip back, hands come off the mat if you want to the back of your head. Hands to the mat. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm twists up. Look over that left shoulder. Twisted triangle. Hands to the mat, step on back. Stay here in down dog or do your flow. Step or jump the feet to the hands. Forward fold and roll to standing. One last standing pose. We're going to go right into it. Inhale, take the arms above your head. On the exhale, you're just going to tilt the torso forward and lift the right leg into warrior three. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. On the exhale, come right back up and come to mountain for a minute. Maybe do a head circle. And we're going to do the other side. Big inhale. Exhale right into warrior three. 5 breaths. And recover. Beautiful. We're going to come down in a kind of funky way. See if we can try this. Go ahead and spread your feet wide, maybe toes out. We're going to do a deep, 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 deep squat. And then we're going to see if we can gently come down, catch ourselves with our hands. Yes. That's it. Beautiful. Maybe someday we can make that graceful, but maybe not. We'll just let it be what it is. All right. Let's do some abs. I had an idea. What was it? Oh, I had an ab idea. Oh, I know what it was. Yes, this goes with our mantra today. We're going to hold some poses. Instead of moving through with breath, we're going to breathe in the pose. So we're going to engage the core. The first pose that we're going to do, you have a couple choices. You can have your toes pointed on the floor and you're just back far enough for there to be a little engagement of the core. You can be here in table with the legs, or you can be here with the legs straight, or you can be here with the arms engaged. Why don't we pick 2 and we'll do 30 seconds of one and 30 seconds of another. We'll see how that goes. 30 seconds sounds really long right now. All right, here we go. First, boat pose. You can do it with toes on the floor, in table, with legs straight and arms forward or arms up. I'm going to start here, 30 seconds and counting. And release. Just go ahead and release down wherever you are. Maybe circle your knees around, massaging your lower back on the ground. Maybe just a brief little twist to each side. We're going to do that one more time. You can pick your pose. All right, here we go. 30 seconds, ready? And go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Shake it out, shake it out. Nice. All right, we got one more to do. Legs are going to be up in an L. All we're going to do is reach for the toes and hold that for 30 seconds. The last 15, we're going to try and get a little higher than the first 15. All right, breathe through it. Big inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, reach. All right, get a little higher. And release. Let's go into a bridge, feet flat on the ground, hands by our palms. Inhale, on the exhale, press the bridge. Ooh, and let's go ahead and tuck the shoulders underneath our rib cage and clasp the fingers together and press them towards the floor. That opens up the chest and gets us a little higher. I get really slippery here. Take the right leg off the floor, send the heel to the ceiling. Yes. Press that left foot into the floor. And release that leg and try the other side. And release, and then untuck the shoulders and roll back down to the mat. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's go into candle. So you can stay in L if you want to stay in L. You can take the arms above the head and just hang out here. If you want, you can lift the hips into the hands and walk the hands up the back till your legs are straight up. And you want them to be going not over your head, but straight off the hips. And then if you want, you can slowly lower them over your head and take the hands to the mat. And then you can, if you want, take the knees to the side of the head. And then using your hands flat on the floor, Slowly try to keep your legs as close to your face as possible for as long as possible. And then when your hips touch the mat, drop the legs slowly for a count of 8. Great. Let's just do a quick 4 stretch here. Take the right foot over the left knee. Pull the left leg into the chest while sending the right knee away. And switch. And finally, let's come into happy baby, grabbing the toes of each foot with our 2 fingers and just kind of rocking side to side, trying to get that lower back relaxed onto the floor. Relax your neck. And go ahead and lower your legs down onto the ground. Let's take a nice deep breath and hold the inhale. Hold your breath and squeeze everything super tight until you can't hold it any longer. And just release into the floor, melt into the floor. Maybe stick out your tongue, say, ah. And then we're gonna come into a 3 or 4 minute deep relaxation. I'm gonna put my timer on and see what time we've got. Oh, yeah, it's gonna have to be a 3-minute one. All right, we got it. Bring yourself back to the room and then come to sitting. And we'll finish our practice and seal it with gratitude and affirmation that we are alive and well. We just did an hour of yoga. Our body is so happy right now. Our inner light is glowing. And we can take that energy with us into the evening and throughout the rest of our week, knowing that we came and we yogaed. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste.